Hey guys, I want to show you before and after the freeze because we got some really cold stuff, possibly down to like 14 degrees or something around here. So, one quick peek at my stuff before and we'll see how it turns out after. Anything here that can't handle 13 degrees for a day or two is probably goner. We'll see, we'll find out. A little bit of lettuce under there, and the garlic looks like hell anyway. It needs some sunshine. Okay, there's that stuff. All right, my pretty little head of cabbage. Have a feeling I'm gonna get screwed on that deal. I've got a tiny bit of frost cloth. I may try to put it over, but I don't have any more stakes, and I'm really having a lot of grief right now keeping my frost cloth on because the dadgum wind keeps blowing it off. But you can see I've got beautiful little heads here coming up. Even the red one's finally starting to try. Looks like a little rose petal there. Okay, so I got this little bit of stuff. I don't know if you can tell the little green sections right there. That's all lettuce seeds. I had some old stuff left over and I just broadcast them everywhere. And so you see little bunches, it's all lettuce. All right, let's check out in the greenhouse. My bunching onions finally look like they're doing a little something. We'll see. It's pretty warm in here, and I think the stuff in here will be okay. But it's really cold, and there's no heat. I'm not gonna put more propane in my heater. Everything in here is cold stuff, and I've intentionally not put any more gas in because I'm down with the cold stuff. I'm taking a break on some of the other things until spring comes. All right, but got this big broccoli plant. You can see I've got little florets coming, but the dadgum thing was already going to seed, both of them. You can see where I chopped off the top. And look, I bet I chopped it off a week or so ago. And look at that thing, still got pretty flowers. Isn't that crazy? All right, so this is the way things are looking in here anyway. My carrots, they're doing okay, I guess. You can see down there, they're finally getting a little bit of size to them. Still not ready, but that's all right. If the freeze don't get me. These carrots, my onions, and a little bit of lettuce in there as well. Here's my iceberg. We'll find out if it's really iceberg. All right, and my potatoes, I may get in here and make a video this evening if I can get my wife out here to help me. Her and Asen. I might as well. They're not totally ready, but they're getting close. And so I just may call it. I don't think it's been that long, maybe since like October 10th or 12th maybe when I put these in. And hopefully I've had close enough to enough days to get a little something out of it. I've shut off the valve to my water, which may be a good idea because just looking here, my whole dadgum greenhouse has had it. You can see it's this shelving. Before spring gets here, I'm taking this shelving out, and this water line is going to be down on the ground and running along the bottom down there, so I can run some drip line under there and stuff. But if it can just make it through this freeze, I'm sure those giant bags right here of the potting soil or peat moss isn't part of my problem. I put out, look, see, I need some little brackets back there if I'm going to use a shelf, but I'm not sweating it right now. I've got to cut my sprinkler system off. I've already turned the water off most places, so let's cut that guy off. All right, so that's the greenhouse. You can see everything out here now is leafless, and I need to get my snippers here shortly and cut out a bunch of these out of the middle and keep 2 or 3 limbs that I want to keep out of this whole bunch of stuff and go from there and let them just be more of a tree form instead of a bush for my pomegranate. All right, we had salad the other night. My wife cut a bunch of this big old spinach off here. It's perpetual spinach. You can see though, I've got several broccoli plants. This frost cloth was over all of this, and I had big rocks and stuff here and had all kinds of stuff holding it down, but it just keeps blowing. Excuse me, I just ate my lunch. I I think my asparagus is done for. But that's okay. It's okay and established in the ground. All right. So that's all this. You can tell wintertime's been hitting for real anyway, but I don't know if it's gonna damage onions. I don't know. This is my first year to grow onions myself, so I'm gonna find out. Hopefully they'll make it through it, because 13's pretty dang cold. I trimmed up the fig tree, or I started, and look at my loppers. The little bolt was so crusty and rusty in the middle, I broke it. So I may not, I don't know, I may leave these dadgum peach trees alone and not mess with them, except for this big limb going this way is coming off. It's trying to grow towards the greenhouse, and I'm tired of fighting with it. I have got a faucet under there. I covered it with this bag of leaves and stuck a weight on it just cause. And there's a little tiny bit of cilantro, whole bunch of parsley. We'll see how the parsley does. I'm kind of curious. It's made it through everything so far, because we've been freezing, getting down to like 28 and 29 almost every night last couple of weeks. I have a few strawberries down there. We'll see. Let's see. All right. And I have another water faucet hiding under this pile of leaves here. This frost cloth has stayed on, so we're going to find out. Hopefully, I can't believe it stayed on, but I had a few more stakes. I was able to stake it a little better. You can see a few things poking out, but so be it, man. Let's see what nature does. So that's all I've got right here in my backyard, my little garden, but I will show you up front, because I did plant an olive tree, and there's a little tiny rosemary, and I'll show you what I did for them. All right, guys, so I'm up front. I'll show you my little olive tree, what you can see of it. That's all you can see of it. The rest of it's just buried in leaves. I really don't know what else to do, but I think it will insulate it. Hopefully it'll be okay. You can't see the rosemary at all. It's down under these leaves. So I've tried to pile up stuff, so hopefully it's insulated enough. Right there is a water faucet. Piled all that old stuff on top of it. I got another one. Underneath that bucket, it's full of leaves, and I just stuffed it down over the top to kind of help insulate. We'll see. These trash cans, the dadgum trash cans blew all down the street. I have a neighbor who, she's not old, but she's not young, and she's older than me. And she was looking for a trash can, and I had to walk a couple of blocks down the road. The wind was so high the other night. That's it's tearing up my shade cloth. And I don't need the shade cloth. I'm leaving it up for this weather, because icy, sleety stuff, and last year hail got me. So, you know what? As long as those plants will do okay with the shade cloth on, I'm leaving it, man. I'm not sweating it. So until next time, we'll see y'all after the freeze. And if everything's bad, then I'll let you guys see it. If not, I'll get back to you when I get back to you. Maybe I'll have a potato video pretty quick. So we'll see y'all next time.